and with me. How am I on time?
I don't know.
Okay. You know what? I think one more. I think maybe we could end on a sweet note. How about a Holocaust poem? I wrote this poem called Mount Invalid, about a dream that I had about being in the Holocaust. Isn't that weird? Mount Invalid. The rabbi on the other side of camp said, I could not be taught the Torah because I cursed the day his God locked me in this body. Whose crutches are these? Piled on hair, bodies, prosthetics. Black clouds rise from smokestacks, 1936. I wake up alone. Night, no numbers on my arm, no yellow stars or pink triangle. It was just sweat. Just another fucking nightmare. All right, here we are. That's me. That is my set, people. I'm very, very glad I got to share this with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Hello.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I really had to pee, and I didn't want to be up here like, oh, I gotta pee. So yeah, I mean, wow, this has been really fantastic so far. I mean, you got David, who was, member of the Baltimore 4 and the Catonsville 9, who have actually, I'm definitely very activist-y, and I've read a lot about what he and the other protesters did, and I've sort of grown up in admiring that. So it's a great honor to be on the same bill with him, And also, it's really interesting to find out about Catholicism and Clint Eastwood. I'm interested in those things too. So, I hope y'all are interested in disabled people and transsexuals because that's what we're talking about right here. Because obviously, this. And I like that quote in David's piece where it's you're the story of your own childhood and you're constantly under revision. I think that is very much the spirit of my book as I fumble through the papers, and I actually don't need to get those, but if we want them out of the shot for the thing. I'm going to start with a short one. Mermaid. Losing gravity in the Chesapeake. Grooved leg bones slowly fusing, skin forming into scales, wet, wavy hair streaking across my shoulders, clamshell bra falling off, face in the water, not trying to drown for once. My bones don't click anymore. I'm not waiting or standing in the water like a crane. I'm not gasping. I'm swimming away. Thanks. That was one poem. And so this I think is one of my favorite pieces I've ever written. I mean, I guess the worst that'll happen is I talk this poem up and y'all don't like it as much as I do. So there is that. We're going into this piece with that risk. But it's about gender, and it's about I think that a lot of people see transitioning mistakenly as throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and that you don't want to keep anything. I kept my name, but I've also kept a lot of other things. And one of those other things is what this poem is about. It's called Ode to My Boy Jeans. I wore this same outfit when I was 15. I had blue hair and a beard. The hair dye stained the back of my ears and neck for a week. There's still a bleach stain on these jeans, and of course they smell like weed. Who the hell you think you're talking to? My breasts are B-cups now. You can see them even in the outline of this loose-fitting shirt. My ass looks better than it ever has in these jeans. Thank fuck I rarely ever get hard-ons anymore. I can't shake the feeling that I'm wearing a dead kid's clothes. He was a ghost who passed through the lives of people I loved and lied about me. These were his jeans, and I should be so lucky to hold on to them. These mean slipping on the beer-soaked sidebar floor and never putting them in the wash. These would be perfect to give to a trans-masculine friend who's about the same size, but they're mine. I am 15 again. I want blue hair, I want blunt wraps, and 40-ounce bottles of malt liquor. I want a world that knows the difference between a deep-voiced tomboy and a man. I want to be referred to as they just as often as she. I want a mirror that shows the boy and the girl inside me, holding hands as they smear my cells with charcoal. I want to look that 15-year-old kid in the eye and say, I don't hate you. It's not your fault. I want to wear these jeans more often. I want the people that have any shot at unbuttoning them to treat my genitals like a clit and a labia. I want the kisses I was too scared to ask for at 15. I want femininity on my terms, and that means I'm keeping these jeans. And this is about the process of starting hormone replacement therapy, which, if you don't know, is second puberty, medically induced second puberty. I take spironolactone, which is the anti-androgen, and then estradiol, which is estrogen. And this poem is called Rabbit Hole. One pill makes your breasts bigger. One pill makes your testes smaller. Yellow-orange disc, baby blue teardrop, tiny little thing every 12 hours. Skin will soften, voice will not. Write beautiful in lipstick across chest to remind yourself, this is beginning, and no turning back. Hold on.
Maybe this one?
That other one? Yeah, that other one.
There you go.
So, yeah, this is actually a poem that's not in my voice. So, I do kind of hesitate to call what I've written a memoir. It's, at best a narrative in lyric verse. So, so actually some of these are in other characters' voices. This is in a voice based on my my biological father. It's called Moving. I know what it was like when my mother threw out all my stuff. I'll keep it here for you. I'm packing it into boxes. I know what it was like, believe me. When my parents moved, I was heartbroken. I lived with them till I was 25. Some days I think I never should have left. I have copies of your passport and your social security card. These are not things you should leave with me. Why don't you talk to me? I miss you. Your mother misses you. You're making your mother cry. Is that what you want? I hope you're doing well each day. I think of you. I took my chinning bar down from your bedroom doorway. I fixed the frame. The door locks now. We're leaving. We're packing up your room. Is there anything you want from it? Tell me, and I'll get it to you somehow. I'd be pleased to get it to you. I still don't understand why you won't talk to me. Talk to us. It's been a year. Why don't you come home for Thanksgiving? We bought tofurkey for you. It's still in the freezer if you want that. And I can get it to you. We bought you Hanukkah presents. We bought you textbooks for next school year. We'll pay your tuition. Go back to school. Oh, my mother will pay your tuition. You can get aid from FAFSA. We'd like to see you in school. Weren't there good times? Don't you remember the good times we had together? Now you're trying to get me for neglect. So sue me. I had job sites and tennis games. I couldn't always be there. Your mother's fucking crazy. What can I say? We're getting ready to put the house on the market. We will soon, once we have everything cleaned out. Is there anything you want? I know what it was like. I won't throw away your CDs or your books. You love those things. I know you do. Please email me to say that you will not write return to sender, and your things will be in the mail tomorrow. Do you want your old VHS tapes? You have so many things we bought for you over the years. Don't you appreciate that? There are still boxes in the attic from when we moved in. I'll see if anything up there belongs to you. We are selling the house. I can give you some pot. Your mother found a drawing that you did when you were 6. Can we keep that? We love you. Don't forget that. We love you and your sister. You are our children. You will always be. Talk to me. I don't need therapy. I'm sane. It's your mother who's the fucking crazy one. Don't worry. We're taking everything with us to the next house. So, oh god. More, so what do you want? More vindictive parent stuff? Or do you want more queer stuff? Because I have both things. Both? Okay, both is a very feasible deal. I'm gonna break it up with a queer one. Actually, it doesn't seem to be here, or maybe it's in somewhere crumpled. I don't know.
Mermaid.
There we go. There we
Got
go.
it?
Got a thing.
Okay.
Not the thing I was looking for.
Wait.
Whatever. I'll do that from memory.
Alright.
It's a short one. I have 5 sections in my book. Or maybe it's 6. Home, mother, body, aunt, and queers. So that's 5. And so I have, because, you know, I'm also queer, and I think that's a thing that people mistakenly assume about trans people, is that if you're transitioning, and it used to really be this way, it used to be basically from the 20s to the 90s, that if you were trans, you transitioned to be straight. You were, you know, previously identified as gay, and, you know, you transitioned to be a straight woman. That was the narrative that was presented. But I've always been queer. I've always been attracted to people of every gender. There are definitely more than 2. That is not a belief, that's actually a fact. So it's interesting, yeah. So I guess I would identify as like a boys are cute, men are awful lesbian. You know what I mean? Like, that's very much that. So this is a poem from before I transitioned. Actually, it was written well after, but it's from the perspective of me before I transitioned. It's called Queers, Cis Girls, and actually the preposition cis means on the side of. So if you're not trans, you are cis. You are on the side of the gender you were assigned at birth. If people didn't know that. So queers, cis girls. I've wanted to fuck you since we met. Your lips are tender against mine. I don't want to use my dick. I want to kiss your bird tattoos before they fly into the middle of your back and spread their wings. Do you want to lock the webbing of our fingers for a second and then let go? Do you want to wait a while? It's okay. You can nuzzle against my shoulder if you really want to. You know what? Forget it. It's not important. Can I try on one of your dresses? I really like a green one with the wooden beads on the shoulder straps. Wait, did you just say you were a lesbian? I guess I must be gay. I mean, I do really like dudes, but my life would be easier if I were a girl, you know? I could wear dresses, I could have tits, I could date you. Fuck. I'm sorry. Am I making sense? I get where you're coming from, though. We can be friends at least, right? Let's be friends. And I have another that I think pairs really well with it, and I'm gonna try to do this from memory, although I've actually not done this poem from memory, but I'm gonna do it. It's called Queers, Trans Girls, because yes, transgender lesbians exist, and we have very sexy times with each other. And, let's be friends. Come over, let's, drink some wine, smoke some weed. I can show you some of my poems, or we could just talk. Whatever you want. My tits ache so much. Sometimes I think there should be ash dripping from my nipples, nerves ballooning out, raining pleasure pain down to my clit when I touch them. Fuck. I need someone to touch them. You do too? Okay, maybe we can do that for each other. Go ahead, kiss me. It's okay. Wait, did you just say that you were an asshole to girls before you transitioned? I mean, I don't care. Actually, I care. It's fucked. No, I don't want you sucking on my breasts, and I don't want to suck on yours. I don't know what I want, but please, just leave. So that's that. And I feel like this could be the end of my thing here, my set. Although I might be able to muster up another one from memory, or improvise as one for you after this. It's called Bedtime Stories, and my editor told me that I need to revamp this poem, but I really think this reads well in the state that it's in, so I'm going to read it in the state that it's in. Bedtime Stories. Good night, moon. Good night, body brace. Good night, Easton. Good night, leather. Good night, metal. Good night, foam. Good night, piss pants. How about we read another? You can pick Harry Potter in the Chamber of Don't Touch Me There, or Pop Hops on You. What do you think, baby? Oh, I know what you want. You want me to tickle and pickle you. What do you mean I'm braying like a donkey? The Tooth Fairy is gonna leave gold dollar coins under your pillow tonight and check to see which side you're sleeping on. Make sure you're doing your exercises and going to physical therapy and Hebrew school. Do you want to hear a story about when I was a little girl? There was this tornado when your uncle and I were younger. He ran outside. A tree trunk missed his head by an inch. I said to him, "Get back inside. You stupid shit, you'll kill yourself." He hit me over the head with a telephone receiver. It was heavy back in those days. It was lead, and he just went whack. He knocked me unconscious, the bastard. Fuck him. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, the tickling, the pickling. You like that. Oh, you don't? Yes, you do. You've always liked it when I've done that. Do you want to hear another story? Once upon a time, I came home and the floor was a mess with broken glass, green glass, brown glass, all kinds of glass. I'm telling you, I have never seen more glass in my life. And your grandma and grandpa were threatening to rip each other's throats out with the end of a bottle. I laughed my ass off, so they started throwing them at me. Both of them. It was the first thing I'd seen them do together besides drink and can argue. They sure were grumpy. Fuck them. I'll always have my baby, won't I? You'll never leave me, will you? Good. Don't leave me. If you ever left me, I think I'd kill myself. Well, not really. Well, maybe. You never know. Now give me a kiss goodnight. And so yeah, I think I'm